I know how it feels to have a whole to-do list and you have only 2 things done by 6 p.m. and you get frustrated by the end of the day because you're like, what am I doing with my life? But you really and truly want to get your goals done. It's just you have no focus. And in this day and age with social media and short form content and a billion different distractions, you have to have your head in the right place. And the way that I went about doing this is realizing everything that was stopping me. I know how it feels to wake up late and want to get a bunch of things done, but you don't have any time to do so. Or waking up at 12 p.m. because you slept at 4 a.m. and you have a billion things to get done, but you don't have any time. I struggled with this in all of my years of entrepreneurship, and just last year I figured out how to get past all the things that were holding me back. And in return, it's made me a lot of money. So I'm going to be going over the 17 small habits that held me back, that are probably holding you back, and how to overcome them. Let's get right into it. But before I get into it, obliterate that like button and subscribe, because I'll be dropping a lot more productivity gems like this. Number 1 is having your notifications on. As you wake up, if you have notifications on, when it comes to social media, when it comes to your girlfriend, it could be your mom, it could be a bank notification, it could be an email notification. You don't want to have your brain distracted with a billion different things, because as you wake up and you have 10 different things to focus on, now all of a sudden your battery just started at 100% and it's already at 98, already at 96%, just by that dopamine hit off the wake up. So make sure that 1, you don't have your notifications on and your phone is on D&D. My phone is on do not disturb 24/7. When people I love want to call me or text me, they have to call me twice. I'm not getting any notifications. All my notifications in the settings app is off. The more notifications you have off, the better it is, because your brain can focus on the things that you need to do. When you're doing work, it won't distract you. Turn on D&D and turn off all notifications from your phone, except the ones that are really, really important. Number 2, which is so heavily important to me, and it probably is holding you back, is eating before you do work, or eating heavy before you do your work. For myself, I've always seen breakfast as a facade, and I see it as you have to get your work done, because the way that I think about it, we are modern animals. And when you put a lion into the jungle, he has to go get his food. He has to go hunt for his food. If you're waking up and you have a big fat meal, you're already getting rewarded before the work. In my opinion, don't starve yourself, but I feel like you don't need to eat heavy before you do work. For myself, I don't eat till like 4 or 5 p.m. even. But eating at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. has never been helpful. I work the best when I don't have a full stomach. And you could try this. Go eat a really, really, really big meal and then try to do hard work and see how that goes. So in the morning or right before you do work, try to cut out how many carbs you're consuming. Number 3 is jumping from idea to idea before finishing one. This is also called the shiny object syndrome. When you have a mission to finish or when you have a task to finish, like right now, I'm recording a YouTube video. If anything else comes up, I'm not answering any phone calls. I'm not recording any short form videos. I'm not doing anything. I'm not working with clients, nothing. In this moment in time where I'm recording my YouTube video, this is what has to be done. So for yourself, when you have a task to finish and something else comes up, you literally have to push it to the side. You have to cut out all the noise, any family, friends, notifications, anything. You have to realize, like, I have to get this one thing done. And that also goes for life when it comes to business, and not having to put your brain towards a billion different things, because you will never get that one thing done as optimal as you possibly can if you don't have your full focus. If my brain was anywhere else, this YouTube video would not be how I want it to be. So which means I need to put an hour or 2 hours into focusing and making sure that my video is as best as possible. For yourself, when you're doing a task, when you're building out a backend system, or when you're building out something to make sure that your business works smoother, better, or even throughout life, is do not get distracted. Try to focus on the one thing at a time, because the better you get one thing done, the faster you get one thing done, the faster you can move to the next one. But don't try to do all of it at the same time. That can mean something as simple as running ads and looking over your business and doing all these things. Like, no. Do one, then the other, then the other. Don't try to multitask, because you will probably do each thing with less effort, with less priority, with less strategy. Number 4 is seeking motivation before action. Every single time that you need to go chase your dream and go to the gym and eat a diet and stay on your diet and not go out with your friends, you don't need external motivation. You don't need to hear someone yelling at you on a podcast. You don't need to listen to music. You don't need to do all these things in order to be able to push yourself forward. The whole point of growing the way that you want to go is discipline, is being able to train yourself to do the hard things when you don't want to do them. The better you get at that, the more money you make, the better life you live. Is delayed gratification, just being able to push the motivation to another day. You can use that on a really, really bad day, but you want to be able to track your mind and make sure that it's working even when it's hard, even when it's difficult, even when it's not easy. You need to make sure you're getting the work done. You do not need motivation to do the little things. In the beginning, yeah, it is. As you go on, you don't need motivation. You don't need something bad to happen in order to make you do the work. Do the work when you don't feel like doing the work, and you will make more money than you ever have. Number 5, which I heavily advise, is drink coffee. For myself, a couple of espresso shots in the morning, a couple of espresso shots, even in the evening, gets me going. When I don't drink coffee, I feel like a bum. I feel like a loser. I feel like there isn't much that I could do throughout the day. But as you get some coffee in my system, I turn into a whole different person. I literally feel like I have energy just right through my veins and I can just do anything. And it's like, the best part about it is it doesn't let you stay on the couch. It doesn't let you sleep in bed all day. It doesn't let you, say for example, now you don't have your notifications that you look at through it. You know what you have to do for the day, and you have coffee in your system. Your brain is ready and in focus and ready to go and take care of everything that you have to take care of. But now when it comes to no energy, day, because there's some days I wake up and I'm like, I don't know, it's, you don't have the energy that's rushing through you and you need that. For myself, coffee wasn't one of those things that I really needed, but in the last 2 years when I really went heavily into business and I'm focusing on scaling every single month and making more money and being more focused, coffee helps. I need coffee every single day, and if you don't drink some right now, you should get into it. Drink black coffees, as many espresso shots as you can handle. Not too many though. Too many espresso shots makes you go crazy, but 2 shots, 3 shots a day should do the job. Number 6, do not get tricked into your brain thinking that you could just open social media for 1 minute. Whether you're in between tasks, whether you just woke up, whether you're just going about your day, don't open social media if you don't have to. And you have to try to train your mind, because you got to realize this right here is a literal trap. It could be a trap if you allow it to be a trap. This thing could be used to garner your attention and make sure that you don't improve in life. You got to use this to improve your life. You got to use this to make sure that there's something in your life that's going to the next level. You got to make sure that this is not controlling you and you're controlling it, right? And the way that you do that is by realizing you have weaknesses and you have strengths. My strength is realizing that I can make content. My weakness is that I could be scrolling all day, because you have your phone and it's the quickest dopamine. It's the dopamine that will distract you and derail your mind into not getting the things that you have to get done. All these kids, all these teenagers, everyone that's even younger is being controlled by it. And there's a reason that everyone's consuming so much. And it's because of the fact that they're not taking control of their mind and realizing like, yo, this phone in my hand, I could use it to build a business. I could use it to make content. I could use this to change my life. I could use this to build digital products. I could use this to market every single day and make more money. I literally have a content creation community that I've been running for the last 8 months with my sister, where I help scale content creators. And you can click the link in my bio to join that. Stop getting distracted from your phone. Use it to make you more money. Every single time, realize that you're scrolling. I'm wasting time. But then you grab the phone and you start recording. You start making money. You start focusing on building something for yourself. Number 7, if you are a content creator, or if you are someone that posts social media or posts on social media, or even has a business, checking analytics and getting stuck in the what happens now, what's going on, what's my views at, what's my likes at, what's my followers at, or how much money did I make today. It's like, just focus on what needs to be done and you will get to where you need to go. Every single day, if you're not checking on the daily progress, the hourly progress, the minute progress, you got to realize that social media and your phone and a business, all of it can be a distraction if you let it be a distraction. If you control your mind and you realize like, okay, this is where I need to go. If I do this for a week long, if I do this for a month long, if I do this for a year long, your life will improve on a long-term basis. You don't want to try to understand your life on a smaller period of time, because at the end of the day, if I do a certain task every single day, I'm bound to win, because at the end of the day, I can improve what I'm doing the next day. But getting your mind distracted in the little things while you're doing it could be very disheartening at times, because if you don't see the results that you want to see, you could get demotivated, and that means that you don't go play the long game. How do you win? You play the long game. Stop getting distracted in the exact time, or checking analytics, checking your phone, checking your business stats. Just go at it week by week and look at it at the end of the month. Look at it at the end of the week. Look at it at the end of the quarter. Don't get distracted about the right now. It's all in delayed gratification. Number 8, having 20 plus browsers open or having too many tabs on your phone. I literally have one tab on my phone all the time, because again, like I said, having your mind open to having, say you're focusing on your business and you have 10 other tabs open. You're focusing on this one thing, but you can also subconsciously be focusing on all these other things, and now you click on it and now you're focusing on that. The way that you remove all those is literally by just closing all the tabs and realizing and allowing yourself to be able to focus. The mind can only focus on one thing at a time as best as possible. The more opportunity that you allow it for it to be able to be distracted, you got to see it as its own entity. You got to see it as it will do its own things if you don't control it. So you have to control it, and the best way that I've seen myself do that is also removing all tabs unless I'm using it on my phone and my laptop. Number 9, again, going back into D&D and turning off my notifications, is sleeping with your phone beside your bed. For the last, I'd say, year or so, I've been taking my phone and putting it on the other side of the room at least. When I do wake up or when I hear my alarm, I don't go straight to my phone and open it and look at everything that I have to do for the day. Once I hear my phone, I have to wake up and I have to grab it and say, okay, turn off the alarm, and then I start my day, right? But if you have it right beside your bed, you could get to scrolling. The worst way to possibly start your day is shooting it with a bunch of dopamine and seeing everything all at once. It's literally like the biggest distractor as you get started. So you want to make sure that your focus is going to the right things. When I divide my day up right and I don't let my phone distract me in the morning, and the reason I'm so heavy on this is because I know it's distracting you and I know it distracted me in the past. As you wake up, you need your first couple minutes, your first 30 minutes to be able to just be in flow, to be able to have space, to be able to think. You're human. Let your brain think. Come up with ideas. Thank God for life. Have gratitude for just waking up. Your phone being next to you as you wake up is not the most optimal for growth ever. And for peace of mind. You got to turn it off and you just got to put it to the side. Number 10 is rewarding yourself with dopamine before earning it, which means, say you have a goal that you want to go after, or say you have a big task to get done and your friends are like, oh, let's go out, or you could go see your girlfriend, or you could go see a girl, or you could go drive your car, or you could go do anything that makes you happy. Doing that before the task that you have to get done tricks yourself into realizing that you're not so serious about your goals. Because the way that I've trained myself now is I don't have dopamine until I get the task done. Until I've won, I'm not allowed the reward. And the way that you you do this is almost you have to subconsciously train yourself. Like say for example with a hamster or you're training an animal, the way that you train it is by giving it the reward after doing, like for example when you tell a cat come here and it comes and it does what you want it to do, you give it a treat. So when you treat your subconscious and your conscious like that, what it does is it focuses more on getting the task done and getting it done as best as possible so that it could have the reward. Because again, see it as its own entity. Because when you're creating this new version of yourself, you literally have to realize you're killing the old you and creating the new you. In order to create a new you, you literally have to design subconsciously, literally redesign your neural pathways. In order to do that, you have to be able to remove the old version of yourself. How do you do that? By rewarding yourself for doing the hard things. The more you reward yourself for doing the hard things, once the hard thing is done, and it doesn't have to be a crazy reward, just don't do the reward before you do the tasks. And this goes back into the delayed gratification. Is a lot of people, they work jobs and they're stuck at where they're at because they're like, oh, I want to make money now, I want to be able to take care of this now, I want to be able to buy this now. No, how about you just put months aside and you say, I'm going to build something. I'm going to build something serious in my life, like building a personal brand, building a business, understanding trading or e-commerce or anything. For myself, when I started content, a big part was just being able to be like, you know what, I'm going to put in so much time and strategy that I will make money at the end. I will 100% make money after, but for right now, let me just put my head down and work. And that's what I did. It took me a lot of strategy and a lot of money invested, but I got to the point that I needed to get to. Do not reward yourself before earning it. Number 11 is looking at competitors. I think a big part in people's success and wanting to get to a certain point in life is beating this person, or I'm better than this person, or I want to be able to beat this person. It's like, no, one, you're getting distracted because now you're relating your success to someone that's above you or below you, when really you should just be fighting your own race, when you should be driving at your own pace. Do what you're supposed to do, because at the end of the day, you could be better than them. You're just not able to focus on your own excellence because you're focused on someone else. Winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners. Which one are you? You got to focus on just winning, playing your race, being the best at driving at your own race. Because the more you focus on them, now when you do get a win, you're comparing it to them, you're comparing it to other people. You're like, well, how are they going to think about me? You're not supposed to care about people. Don't care about anyone that's not you or your loved ones. That's all that matters. Just you winning for yourself, for your family, be able to take care of everything that you want to do, to be able to live a life of happiness and fulfillment that you want to live, not anybody else. Don't look at your competitors. Don't look at your competition. Don't look at your acquaintances. Don't look at people that you left behind. Don't look at exes. Don't look at nothing. Focus on yourself and you will win. Number 13 is trying to work in a noisy setting. If you're trying to do work and you have your siblings or your family or your friends or a loud cafe, or you're working in a condo or a place that you can't be able to focus and be able to put your time into your craft, the more noise you have, the more things you have to listen to. The mind, literally, if you just give your mind one thing to focus on all the time, it will get that thing done as best as possible. But if you give it one thing to do and you have a billion different things distracting it, the mind will keep getting distracted and distracted and distracted. And all of a sudden, that one task that you were supposed to finish 5 hours ago, that's the reason that you didn't finish it today. That's the reason that you have it for tomorrow and the day after and the day after. When you have to get things done, write it down on a list. Write down what you have to get done this week, what you have to get done tomorrow, what you have to get done today, and get it done one by one. The way that you're able to do that is by cutting out all the noise. So make sure that when you're working, you're not in noisy settings ever. Whenever you're in a noisy setting, get away from that place. Go wherever you need to go to be able to give your brain as much focus as you possibly can. Number 14 is having a routine. I didn't understand this for the longest time, but if you were able to say, wake up at 8 a.m., get the things done that you have to get done from 8 to 12, or from 3 to 5, or from 6 to 7, whenever you do something, make sure that you have a routine in which you do it. And that could be a system that you do throughout the week. Like say, for example, even my YouTube videos, if I do it on a consistent basis, like every 3 days or every 5 days or every 7 days, that's something that has to be stuck to. When you're making content, when you're building a business, when you're doing all the little things that have to be done, especially in entrepreneurship, you have to have an idea of what you're doing when you're doing it. And the more you can build that routine to be able to work within your life and push you to the next level, the more you're able to win. It's doing the boring things when you don't want to do it, and you're able to build a routine around that when it comes to even your diet, even your walks, even reading, even learning, any part of it. If you're able to set a schedule for when you're supposed to do it, like when you're supposed to read, if you read every single night, you compound that over 30 days, you have a routine where you read every single night. Compared to never having a routine, that allows you become reading to be able to grow so gradually. You become a better person. You're able to learn more on a consistent basis. So it was something that was really hard for me in the beginning, but I've gotten down now. So try to get that down in every part of your life. Number 15 is taking ownership instead of making excuses. When you want to get to the point that you want to get to in life, you got to realize that no one's going to come do it for you. And I know you probably heard this before, but when it comes to your diet, when it comes to the girl that you had, the car that you have, the house that you have, everything that you're doing, that you're winning at, you've done for yourself. No one gave it to you. It's just you and God, right? The only way that you're going to keep improving in life is by making sure that you're looking in the mirror all the time and being like, okay, where am I messing up? Where am I going wrong? Like, where could I better myself? Where am I wasting time? Who am I not supposed to be around? And realizing that you're supposed to take ownership for everything. And this is something that is a habit that I think has really helped me, is to be able to self-analyze whether I'm in the wrong or whether I'm doing something really good. Is still being able to, how do I improve? How do I treat people better? How do I walk better, talk better, smell better, live better? Like every single part, you have to take ownership of where you're going wrong and what you're doing right. And that allows you to be able to grow on a gradual basis, which gets you to to the point that you want to get to, which is your dream life. Number 16 is someone is trying to talk to you and trying to distract you and take you places that you don't want to go to, or be in environments that you don't want to be at, or it's a place that you person that you just don't like or distracting. You got to finish up conversations quickly. That means someone could call you an acquaintance, it could be an ex, it could be anything. Is don't give too much time to people that don't deserve it. And when they do deserve it, show them love. Always pour into them. But when it comes to people that don't matter in your life, or you know they're not supposed to be in your life, or you know that they're trying to take you places and environments that you're not supposed to be at, finish conversations quickly. If you need to get something done and someone's calling you, make sure that you either don't pick up or you keep that conversation short and quick. And the reason that I'm saying this is, and I used to struggle with that, but I realized that where your energy goes is where your life improves. And the more your energy and your focus is going to random things, that's where it's going to improve at. That's where it's going to go. That's where your life is going to go. That's where your time is going to go. Put the focus into the things that you need to put it on. Number 17, and I kept this for last because this was also a video that I just made, was visualize. At the end of every day, at the start of every day, visualize what you want your life to look like, what you want your relationships to look like, what you want your house to look like, your car to look like, your friend group, your locations, everything about your life, your health, anything and everything. Visualize, because the mind can only achieve what it can conceive. So the better images that you put up in there, the better things that you play out, is how your life will play out. You pray to God, you thank him for everything that he's already given you, and you visualize what you want next. And you keep doing this on a daily basis, your life will improve. It will go to the places that you want it to go, because it will start acting in coordination with what your thoughts are going. If your thoughts are going to good places, your life will go to good places. Those are the 17 small micro habits that were ruining my life, that I've changed around and that I've altered in order to make my life improve, because I realized they were all holding me back. I hope this was able to help you the same way it helped me. If you are a content creator, you want to make money online and improving your life, I have a community that I've built for creators and for people who want to get into the creator space and make an income off of it, be able to sell products of their own, be able to sell digital products. You could click the link below to apply, or you can DM me the word strategy. I've created a community called Creatives Blueprint for people who want to make money online and sell products online and be able to make an income where you don't have to worry about what you're doing in your life. Because I think the one tip that I can give you is, when you get your money together, when you get your money in the right place and you get it to a certain point, you don't have to stress, you don't have to fret, you don't have to worry. You can really focus on strategizing your life. So click the link below and you can apply. I usually say I hope you enjoyed this video, but I hope you learned. I hope you're able to take something from this and you took a note to actually optimize your life, to actually implement and to live a better life. I just want you guys living a more fulfilled life. Again, obliterate that like button if you didn't already, subscribe, and comment what you want to see next. I'll see you on the next one.